Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I think we're making the boba from the cafe series. I see ice and boba in here, so it's gotta be the little teddy bear guy. We have some Thai tea. There it is. That's super cute. Shaped like a teddy bear. The straw's probably in here. This should be a very simple build. Oh, look at that straw. Way thicker than they normally are, and it's very pigmented. That's really cute. All right, a little bit of ice, not much. Tons of boba. Let's put this one together. Here's the checklist of what that looks like. Very cute. And it essentially just tells you to add everything at once, put the lid on, put the straw on, and that's it. So, pretty easy. Let's see. Take this off first. I think I'm gonna put boba at the bottom first, then add ice, then add the resin. That may not really even matter, but that's just kind of how I want it layered. So we're gonna start with that. It is kind of a tiny opening up here. And I typically, in real life, like a lot of boba, so are we gonna use this whole thing? Maybe.
No,
we'll see.
Save it so we can make our own.
Make our own customs.
If we do, I'd make a rainbow one.
I mean, I feel like these are different than the boba in the past. They got a little squish to them, and I feel like they're bigger. You guys will have to remind me. Were they smaller in previous ones?
Yeah, they're smaller.
I feel like they were. And I feel like they were really completely like hard. They weren't squish at all.
Wait, let me test.
Here.
The squishing boba testers are here.
I'm just going to put all of them in there because there's really not too much left. So let's just go ahead and fill it.
This is.
Let's open up the ice next. Probably going to use all the ice too. I'm not even going to care about cutting that open nicely. I'm just going to do it like that. That totally didn't work. I'm just throwing them everywhere. The ice almost seems different too. Am I crazy? Maybe it's just been a really long time since I've made one of the drinks. That's completely possible. Now these barely fit in there. And I'm gonna open this while I'm at it too. I do like a lot of ice in the drinks because from ones I've made in the past, they almost kind of like disappear whenever you put the resin in. I feel like it's harder to see. Maybe I won't use all the ice. We'll see what it looks like when the resin gets in there. We'll just start adding that now. And honestly, I'll probably let this set on the counter for a really long time so it could work its way in there without stirring it. And when you stir it, I feel like you add more bubbles to it. And I want it to kind of nicely get everywhere without having a bunch of giant bubbles. All right, I am a little nervous. I'm squeezing it, but I'm gonna start backing it or laying off of squeezing it so that I could drip slowly like that. Because you have to hold this pretty exact. Because again, that opening is not very big. I must say I like this color though. And we're filling it, I believe, all the way to the top, which could take a while. But it definitely feels like there's a lot of resin in here. So that's good. As long as we have enough to fill it up more than halfway, I will be happy. I'm sure the ice and the other things help take up the space in there, so. I was just talking that entire time and thought I hit record and it didn't. So I'm adding more ice because you couldn't really see it. So is that all of it? Yes, so I added all the boba, all the ice. It's doing a good job, the resin, at getting all the way down there. There are a few bubbles. Actually, yeah, now that I added some of the ice. But a lot of those, they will work their way up. You can probably take a toothpick or use a straw and poke at them. but I'm deciding if I want more resin in there. I think I do. On the picture, theirs has more. So let's add a little bit more. And this stuff is very runny, so you don't even really have to squeeze if you hold it upside down. It does ooze out of there pretty nicely. I may have filled it up too high. We're about to find out when I put that straw in there. There are a few bubbles. I'm not too concerned, though maybe I should be. I feel like it's unavoidable to get, you know, to not get bubbles in there, but let's slowly put that straw in. I took the lid back off because there's a little bubble here, and I don't really think it's a bubble per se. It's just where it's a gap where there could be like a dot of resin, I think. So I'm not going to take the straw out, but I'm going to try to add just a drop. I probably should have left more of a gap at the top. Okay, we're going to add just a drop like that. And then I guess I'll try a toothpick and maybe pop it. This one is filled to the brim. Oh, I can't really get in there. Okay, I kind of had to do that off camera, but I added a little bit more resin and then it was able to rise the air bubble, and then I poked it. So I think it's okay. I'm gonna put this on and make sure you look at it at all angles. Make sure you like the straw centered. If it's pushed too forward, you're gonna see it a lot. And then once you're happy, go ahead and cure it. I use a plug-in UV thing that's on a timer. I really like it. I'll link it below in case you're interested, but I'll be back once this has cured. Here's how it turned out. I think this turned out better than expected. I love that I was able to fill it up all the way. There are bubbles in there, but they were the ones that were in there from putting in the ice. So it's not like you do the aquariums and like this massive air bubble sneaks up out of nowhere. We didn't have any of those. I feel like adding all the boba was the perfect amount of boba. You can see the ice throughout. Just turned out really well. I hope they do more drinks in these cute little containers because they're adorable. I give this probably a 9 out of 10 for this series. Have to leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Did you get this one? Did yours turn out adorable and perfect? Because yeah, I think this turned out good. If you want to see me make the butterfly pea flower tea, whatever that drink is, I think we're going to be making that one next. So stick around and stay tuned. Bye guys!